All of you, come with me. Your mama is gone, the rancher said as the children wept. Chapter 1. The reckoning, all of you, come with me. Your mama is gone. The rancher's voice cuts through the afternoon heat like rusted metal. 3 children stand frozen by the splintered fence post, dust swirling around their bare feet. Emma feels her stomach drop. At 16, she knows the weight of words left unspoken. Gone where? Her voice cracks despite her effort to sound strong. Just gone. The rancher removes his hat, runs thick fingers through graying hair. Packed up and left this morning. 8-year-old Sarah begins to cry, soft hiccups that build into wails. Jake, 12 and angry, kicks at the dirt. She wouldn't leave us. Not ever. People do things when they get desperate, the rancher says. His eyes don't meet theirs, especially when debts pile up. Emma steps forward, pulling her siblings closer. What debts? Mama never said nothing about debts. Your mama had business with me. Business she couldn't handle. The rancher's truck idles behind him, engine rumbling like a predator. Now it's settled and you 3 need somewhere to go. We got family. Emma lies. Their grandmother died last winter. Their father never came back from overseas. Not anymore, you don't. The rancher's smile doesn't reach his eyes. I'm offering shelter, food, a roof. Sarah's tears soak into Emma's shirt. The girl trembles like a caught bird. I want Mama, she whispers. Mama ain't coming back, the rancher says, too quick, too certain. Best you understand that now. Jake's hands clench into fists. You're lying. Boy, I don't lie about business. The rancher steps closer. Emma notices dried blood under his fingernails. Your mama made choices. Now you live with them. The screen door of their small house bangs in the wind behind them. Empty rooms wait like open wounds. Emma's instincts scream danger, but where else can they go? The nearest neighbor lives 20 miles through rough country. Get in the truck, the rancher says. It's not a request. Emma looks into his pale eyes and sees something cold and patient, something that knows exactly where their mother went. She takes Sarah's hand, reaches for Jake's shoulder. We'll get our things first. No time for that. The rancher opens the truck door. Everything you need is at my place. The engine growls louder, drowning out Sarah's sobs. Chapter 2. House of Shadows. The truck lurches to a stop outside a sprawling ranch house that seems to swallow the evening light. Emma helps Sarah down from the cab, while Jake stands rigid, staring at the barbed wire fence that runs the property's perimeter. The gate clicks shut behind them with finality. Welcome home, the rancher says, but his tone suggests anything but welcome. A thin woman appears on the porch, wiping her hands on a stained apron. Her hollow eyes take in the children with something like pity. These are the ones, she asks. These are them. The rancher pushes past his wife into the house. Put them in the back room. All 3 together. Emma's blood chills. We're not staying long, right? Just until we figure things out? The woman's laugh is bitter. Honey, ain't nothing to figure out. Your mama signed papers. Made you part of the deal. What deal? Jake steps forward, fists clenched. What papers? Debt papers? Work papers. The rancher reappears, blocking the doorway. You'll earn your keep here. All of you. Sarah starts crying again. Emma pulls her close, mind racing. We're not old enough to work. There's laws about that. Laws don't reach this far out, the woman says quietly. Learned that the hard way. Emma notices the woman's bruised wrists, the way she flinches when the rancher moves. Where's our mama, really? Told you, gone. But the rancher's eyes dart toward the barn, just for a second, just long enough. Emma follows his gaze and sees it. Fresh-turned earth beside the old structure. Dark soil that doesn't match the sun-baked ground everywhere else. Her stomach drops as understanding crashes over her like cold water. She tried to take back the papers, didn't she? Emma's voice is barely a whisper. The rancher's silence stretches too long. His wife looks away. She fought you. Emma's words come faster now, pieces clicking into place. She came here to get us back and you killed her. Careful, girl. The rancher's voice turns dangerous. Careful what you accuse people of. But Emma sees the truth in the fresh dirt, in his wife's haunted stare, in the way the fence is built to keep people in, not out. Her mother didn't abandon them. She died trying to save them, and now they're trapped in the same cage that killed her. Chapter 3. What the well knows. Emma waits until the house falls silent before slipping outside. The moon hangs low over the property, casting long shadows that seem to whisper secrets. She makes her way to the old stone well behind the barn, drawn by an instinct she can't name. The rope and bucket hang still in the windless night. Emma peers down into the black water, seeing nothing but her own reflection. But something glints beneath the surface, something gold. She lowers the bucket again and again, each time bringing up murky water and debris. On the fourth try, her mother's locket emerges, tangled in weeds and mud. The heart-shaped pendant their father gave her before he left. The one she never took off. You shouldn't be out here. The rancher's wife appears like a ghost, her nightgown pale against the darkness. Emma clutches the locket. She's down there, isn't she? The woman's face crumples. Child, you don't understand how deep this goes. Then explain it. Emma's voice shakes with rage. Explain why my mama had to die. Because she wouldn't shut up. The woman sits heavily on the well's edge. Because she found out about the others. What others? The women who wouldn't sell, who wouldn't sign, who fought back when their men disappeared. The woman's voice drops to a whisper. There's been dozens over the years. All of them rest in this well. Emma's blood turns to ice. The sheriff knows? The sheriff's the one who throws them down. The woman laughs bitterly. Your mama thought she could expose them. Thought people would care about dead women and stolen land. How long have you known? Since my own sister went missing 15 years ago. Since I found her ring in my husband's pocket. The woman touches her bruised face. Since I learned what happens to wives who ask too many questions. Emma stares into the dark water. Her mother's body lies somewhere below, along with countless other women who dared to fight. Why are you telling me this? Because you got that same fire in your eyes she did. The woman stands, swaying slightly. And because maybe it's time someone lived long enough to tell the world what this well really holds. The locket weighs heavy in Emma's palm. Warm despite the cold water. Evidence, proof, hope. Chapter 5. Fire and memory. What proof? The sheriff's voice cuts like a blade. Emma backs toward the house, her mind racing. She needs time. Needs to find whatever her mother hid before they take everything away. I need to use the bathroom, Emma says, her voice shaking. The rancher nods to his wife. Take her inside. Stay with her. Emma follows the woman through the kitchen, but instead of heading to the bathroom, she slips into the small storage room where they'd been locked the night before. Her mother's voice echoes in her memory, words from months ago about hiding important things where no one thinks to look. Behind a loose floorboard, Emma finds it. A metal box wrapped in oilcloth. Inside, dozens of documents. Land deeds with forged signatures. Death certificates with false causes. Photos of missing women. A list of names going back 20 years. Jesus Christ, the rancher's wife whispers behind her. She documented everything. Help me, Emma pleads. Help me get this out. They'll kill us both if they find it. Heavy boots stomp across the porch. Where is she? The rancher bellows. Emma shoves half the documents into her jacket, leaving the rest in the box. Take my siblings to town. Get them away from here. I can't. You have to. Emma grabs the woman's shoulders. You said it was time someone lived to tell the world. Help me be that someone. The storage room door explodes open. The rancher's face goes white when he sees the scattered papers. You little bitch. The sheriff appears behind him. Burn it, all of it, no! Emma lunges for the remaining documents, but the rancher's fist connects with her jaw. Stars explode behind her eyes as she hits the wall. The rancher scoops up the papers and metal box. Get the gasoline. Emma tastes blood, feels the documents pressed against her ribs under her jacket. Half the evidence survives, maybe enough. She watches through blurred vision as flames consume her mother's life's work. 20 years of careful documentation, turning to ash and smoke. That's what happens to troublemakers, the sheriff says quietly. Same thing that happened to your mama when she got too smart for her own good. But Emma still has the photos, the names, the proof that could bring them all down. She just has to stay alive long enough to use it. Chapter 6. Blood on the floorboards. The sheriff leaves after the fire dies down, tipping his hat like nothing happened. Emma sits on the floor, her jaw throbbing, watching the rancher pace like a caged animal. He knows she took something. She can see it in his eyes. Where are they? His voice is deadly quiet. Where's what? Emma touches her swollen lip, tasting blood. Don't play stupid with me, girl. I saw you grab papers before I hit you. Emma's mother's voice echoes in her memory. When a man's angry, use it against him. Make him careless. You killed her because she found out about the others, didn't you? The rancher's face twists. Your mama should have minded her own business. How many women you got down that well? Enough to keep this land running smooth. He crouches in front of her, close enough that she can smell whiskey on his breath. Now where are my papers? Emma meets his stare. Gone. Mailed them to the state capitol this morning. It's a lie, but it hits home. The rancher's hand shoots out, wrapping around her throat. You lying little bitch. Emma's vision starts to blur, but her mother's lessons kick in. She drives her knee up hard between his legs. The rancher doubles over, gasping. Emma scrambles toward the kitchen, toward the knife drawer. You're just like her, he snarls, lurching after her. Too stubborn to know when you're beat. Emma's fingers close around the carving knife. Maybe that's a good thing, the rancher charges. Emma sidesteps like her mother taught her when they hunted rabbits. Let them come to you. Use their momentum. The rancher's own weight drives him onto the blade, his eyes going wide with shock. That's for my mama, Emma whispers as he falls. Blood pools across the floorboards, dark and spreading. The rancher's wife appears in the doorway, takes in the scene without surprise. The children. Emma asks, her hands shaking, safe in town. Like you asked. The woman looks down at her dead husband. 20 years I waited for someone brave enough to do that. Emma wipes the knife clean, her mother's locket heavy in her pocket. The documents are still pressed against her ribs. Evidence of decades of murder and theft. Justice for all the women in the well. The fight isn't over, but the monster who started it bleeds out on his own kitchen floor. Chapter 7. Justice in the Dawn. 3 days later, Emma stands in the county courthouse, her mother's documents spread across the prosecutor's desk. Jake and Sarah sit close beside her, finally safe. The rancher's wife, whose real name is Margaret, holds a cup of coffee with steady hands for the first time in 20 years. This evidence is extraordinary, the prosecutor says, studying the photographs of missing women. How did your mother gather all this? She listened, Emma says simply. She paid attention when other women disappeared. Sheriff Dalton sits in handcuffs across the room, his badge stripped away. When the state investigators arrived, they found more than just documents. They found the well. They found the bodies, 23 women, the lead investigator reports. Some missing for decades. Margaret speaks for the first time since arriving in town. My sister was the first. I should have spoken up then. You're speaking up now, Emma tells her. That's what matters. Word spreads through the county like wildfire. Women who thought they were alone discover they never were. They come forward with their own stories of threats, of husbands and sons who vanished, of land stolen through fear and violence. Mrs. Patterson from the next county over brings photos of her missing daughter. She was asking questions about deed transfers, she explains. Then one day, just gone. Not gone, Emma corrects gently. Silenced. But not anymore. The prosecutor promises trials, justice, consequences. Emma knows it won't bring back her mother or the others, but it stops the pattern. It breaks the silence that let evil flourish. Sarah tugs on Emma's sleeve. Can we go home now? Emma looks out the courthouse window at the rolling hills beyond town. Home isn't the little farmhouse they left behind. It isn't the rancher's property where their mother died. Home is wherever they're together, wherever they're safe, wherever truth can be spoken without fear. Yeah, baby, Emma says, gathering her siblings close. We can go home. Her mother's locket catches the morning light, warm against Emma's chest. A reminder that some fights are worth the cost. That silence is the enemy of justice. That sometimes the bravest thing a woman can do is refuse to disappear.